Yo guys, what's going on? It's LEIVR back for another LEIVR 1v1. This is going to be episode number 6 of my 1v1 series on Black Ops 4. Hope you guys are enjoying them. I like to talk about what I'm doing in the game and kind of talk about other things that are going on, because in my 2v2 series and things like that, I don't get as much time to talk. So today we're going to be playing Frequency, which I think I've played maybe one time on this series so far. And we're going to be playing a O&O player named Clake's, I believe. I don't want to butcher that, but the main point I actually wanted to talk about was how to play bad players. I'm not necessarily saying this guy's bad by any means. I'm just saying that a lot of people don't know how to play against players that aren't that experienced, because they actually do play pretty weird and funky compared to normal players. So I'm just going to plant B and kind of run out of here. Hopefully. Okay. So my main wow. Okay, so my main tip, actually let me talk about that first. So this guy obviously went and he could lay down behind the box to defuse bomb. Now obviously he knew I was watching it, so what he wanted to do was lay down, wait a couple seconds till I started running to go check it, and then get back up and challenge me. One negative about that, it did almost work, I'll give him that. But one negative is that when you stand up in this game from prone, your character has to use his arm to stand up for some reason, so you actually have to hip fire for about a second. And that means your accuracy when you're standing up is very bad at the beginning of rounds. Now, that's just pretty unfortunate for him, because it means that he couldn't pick up that gunfight, but it's got really good timing. But for me, it was pretty fortunate, because I knew that may happen if you tried to stand up. Now, the main thing with bad players is that they tend to play very unorthodox, which means that they just do things and make decisions that good players would not. Now, I'm not saying this is why they're bad, but that's just a fact, because they haven't played as much, they don't have as much experience, they don't understand the game fundamentally. They're going to make decisions that good players just typically are not going to make, because they don't know what to do. In a very real sense, they just don't have a good understanding of the game, which means that they're going to make decisions that good players aren't. For example, this guy, I'm not saying he's bad again, but he just jumped down on my side. That's something that most likely is not going to happen mid-round. This guy didn't even check window when he ran out into mid. And it's just, for me, I'm timing things out in my head. I'm making decisions on what I'm going to be checking, when I'm going to be pre-aiming things based off what good players do. Now, when I'm playing a bad player, obviously they're going to be playing unorthodox, and they're not going to be matching that timing. So, how do you play against these players? The goal is to actually play a little bit slower. If you can play slower, you can actually control the timing a little bit. You're not going to get as much bad luck. So, for this video, I'm still going to be running around and checking things just to keep it a little more entertaining. But on my main account, if I was playing for the win, playing a best of 3 against this type of player that's not as strong, I'm going to be playing very slow, holding angles, holding positions, trying to make sure that they do not get really bad, or that I don't get really bad timing on them. Just because that's something that can definitely happen when you're playing less experienced players. So, like I just said, okay. This guy obviously planted B. He's not going to push my side because he knows that's where I am. So he should have pushed this side, although I do not see him. It looks like he did push my side. Now, he didn't plant it from mid, which means he has to check from the back. And because when I slid around I didn't see him, I knew he was on the inside of the elbow, so I had to push it. When bomb's down, you have to play very aggressive to make sure that you can get the kill and get the defuse on time. But yeah, that's pretty much that. I know I should have picked up the kill originally when he was on bomb. My shots were a little shaky. I didn't warm up much before this. I played a 1v1 earlier, and that was the last episode you saw, episode 5. I believe, but then I had to sit and upload it and do all that stuff, so it's been a good 45 minutes to an hour since I've played. I just got a really weird email that today was the last day to drop winter classes at my university. It's pretty interesting, seeing as we only have 2 weeks of class left. Not sure why you drop a class with 2 weeks left, but maybe you will. Now, I've gone B a few times. Let me change it up a little bit. And this guy played U that one round. Not there this time. I feel like he may be playing my spawn, actually. Watch my spawn for a little bit here. I don't see him. I probably got some really bad singles COD timing, but let's go ahead and make my ways towards A. I don't see anything. I'm just gonna plan it. Come check bomb real quick. Not on it. Saw me. Ran inside. Whoa, I was not expecting him to stay there. So if you pay attention on the map when somebody shoots, you can see where they go right after they shoot. If you were paying attention right there, right after he shot, it looks like he ran towards bomb. So that's why I chased right away. He obviously came back and stayed, sign that he is a little bit a better player. There's a couple things that I've noticed as I've been playing him that just points to the fact that he's pretty decent. He has a good understanding of the game. He is playing a little unorthodox, but that's not to say he's a bad player. He may just have a pretty good feel for singles, but overall he's playing pretty solid. I'm just getting the better of him. Right there, I was holding that angle, just hoping that he pushed through mid at some point. He did push through. He actually almost gunned me. Like I said, I didn't warm up much, so it's funny watching my gun bounce up and down. But like I said, I didn't warm up much, so he almost actually just destroyed me, even though I felt like my shots were pretty good right there. But that's gonna give me a 5-1 lead, which is always what you want to see in singles. Close games aren't the end of the world, but the more the lead you have, the better. Obviously, that goes for team and doubles as well, but in singles especially, you can play a little more aggressive when you have a big lead like this. So, so right there, I pre-fired the right just to make sure he didn't come right, and then I timed it out in my head. I said, he's gonna take about a second and a half, so if he didn't come back, I knew I had to turn left and start pre-firing that way. So pre-fire, second and a half, turn left, get ready to shot punch. So that'll be the game. I believe that was a 6-1. I just kind of talked a little bit about how I try to play against unorthodox, bad players. I don't want to call anybody bad, it's just unexperienced is the better term. But that'll be the end of this episode 6. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Peace.